Hi guys, Dio here. Um, People in the system have been pretty upset at the fact that for the past, I don't know how many years, I don't let them express themselves completely just because of trying to protect Jomar to an extent. Today is the video will be dedicated specifically just for what we have researched on D.I.D and our experience. I'm gonna allow Chris to go ahead and finish the episode for you guys because he really wanted to do this episode, and now that everything is back to normal to an extent, I feel like it will be a good chance for him to do that entirely. I am not gonna go ahead and switch on camera. I will be putting the phone down just because I don't know how to edit any of this, so it will take just a few seconds or minutes, I don't know, depends on how long it takes. He's pretty confronting or very much there. I'm already dissociating as it is, but yeah, be right back. Yup. Hi guys, Chris, by the way. So yeah, since Dairo has been gone since New Year's, right? I think, yeah, since New Year's. We have been researching all of this. So it has been a project of us without Dio, without the actual writer. It's just, we cannot keep things. That's why we started writing to begin with, because we couldn't keep the memories of everything together. The Christy was the one who went ahead and wrote the episode for us, meaning wrote edit all of our research and wrote it down. So it will be her writing, my thoughts, my wordings through me type of deal, if that makes sense. The introduction for the video goes, I want to start by advising that we are not yet diagnosed, and we're not diagnosed. We're not diagnosed with D.I.D. We were diagnosed with bipolar at age 14. Let's continue. The diagnosis of this video, the purpose for this video is just to share all of our information of the symptoms, the causes, and a few of the websites and research places that we have gone through so far, because we haven't done all of our research. But yeah, let's start that. I'm gonna start by mentioning the dissociative experience scale, or otherwise known as DES, and in that scale itself, it's a 2,800 points. When we did that test ourselves, we came out with 2,200 points out of the 2,800, which is why we went and looked for therapy and all of that. One of the symptoms, or more, a lot of the symptoms will consist from memory loss. We have a sense of being detached from yourself and emotions. We have a perception of the people and things around you and distorted and unreal. We have a blurred sense of identity. We have significant, and by say we, I says it's like written down on the paper, not like we personally. Yes, we do identify with some of this, many of the symptoms, but this is more of the sense for the symptoms of the D.I.D itself. Now, And by D.I.D, I mean dissociative identity disorder, just to clarify. They have people with D.I.D experience a lot of significant stress or problems in your relationships. People with D.I.D inhibit cope well with have an inability to cope well with emotion or professional stress. They have mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, and behavior. The complications are self-harm, suicidal thoughts, sexual dysfunction, alcoholism and drug abuse, depression and anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, personality disorder, sleep disorder, eating disorder, physical symptoms such as lightheadedness or non-epileptic seizures, major difficulties in major relationships and work. The reason that I'm looking down is because if I am not reading that, I will forget it immediately. So I apologize if I'm not making eye contact with you guys. This is for the video. This video specifically is to be uploaded, which is why I'm showing the personality, which is why I'm showing everything else. Plus, we are a lot better today rather than a couple of days ago when all of that happened. By the way, they deserve being locked out. Doesn't excuse my behavior. Now the diary is here, there's not really no much of a need for shutting out because we can actually just step forward a lot easier rather than having to look for a way to get up here, because it is in his house, in our inner world. We went ahead and, or Chrissy went ahead and edited whatever we found from the different websites in our research. I am not 100% sure that I'm gonna go step by step by everything that she wrote here, but I will personalize it because, hey, why not? Through NAMI.org, or National Alliance on Mental Health.org, or it stands for that anyways, we found that it is estimated of 2% of people experience dissociative disorders, with women being more likely than men to be diagnosed. And that 2% is for the U.S. itself. It will not be, I'm not 100% sure globally or internationally for the estimate for that. It says almost half of adults in the United States experience at least one dissocialization or derealization episode in their lives, with only 2% meeting the full criteria for chronic episodes. And that was through NAMI.org that we found that little piece of information. On WebMD, in an article by Arnold Leiber, we found that again, they go by explaining that most experience the mild dissociation, which is likely like daydreaming. The reason that we chose that little piece of information itself was because of the way that they explain it, which is like, as I was mentioning, like daydreaming or getting lost in the moment while working on a project. However, D.I.D is a severe form of dissociation, a mental process which produces a lack of connection in a person's thoughts, memories, feelings, and actions, or sense of identity. Dissociative identity disorder is thought to stem from a combination of factors that may include trauma experienced by the person with the disorder. The dissociative is thought to be stem from a combination of factors that may include experience by the person with the disorder. I think that we were dissociating when we wrote this because it's a little bit. On the same website though, on WebMD, we went ahead and discovered the actual when it was first discovered, like the fun fact of the entire thing. Like, It was first discovered in the 1880s by Dr. G. Martin Charcot, and was originally named hysteroepilepsy, to later be known as multiple personality disorder, and which that was named dissociative identity disorder, or D.I.D. On MayoClinic.org, we found the D.I.D., formerly known as multiple personality disorder, is characterized by switching to alternate identities. You may feel the presence of two or more people talking or living inside your head, and you may feel as though you're possessed by other identities. The reason that we chose this little clip is because we relate very close to possessed, because that's what we have been called our entire life. We come from a very religious background, which at the end of the day is led to a lot of our fictives and a lot of our alters in our system. I think that will be it for the moment. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next episode, video, whatever these are called. Again, at the moment, the reason as to why these videos for the last week or so have been consistent is mainly because we haven't had access to our therapist, and she did advise for us to write everything down. Not all of us know how to write. Not all of us know how to communicate in that way. So, I don't know. Have a good one.